Hello everybody, you might have noticed that my Word interface looks different than yours, not just because the screen is ultra wide, but because my toolbar up here looks a whole lot different. Today in this video, I'm going to show you how to create a custom toolbar and explain a lot of what goes on when you create a custom toolbar. When it comes to writing, having the tools you need at your disposal easily is very useful to writing well. If you're not distracted and you only have the tools that you need, you can focus better on your writing and create a better product. So let's get down to that. First thing about this interface, you'll notice that I don't have the ribbon up at the top, and I've hidden it. If I click one of the tabs, this is the ribbon will drop down, and I could unhide it at any point if I want to. I'm bringing the ribbon down because this can be a useful tool when it comes to you figuring out what your toolbar is going to look like. So if you know, for instance, that you change your font colors a lot, one of the things you can do is when you're looking for a specific tool to put into your toolbar, if you can't find it, you can click on the font color thing right here, find out its name, and that will help you find it as you build your custom toolbar. So this is my custom toolbar up here, and these are the tools that I use on an almost daily basis. So the save button, of course, and the print preview. This one right here is tabs. I do a lot of tab setting in my document layout and arrangement just as part of my day job, so tabs are over there. Margins are also very important. I do a lot of margin adjusting to get things to print correctly. Then there's a little line here, and that's a spacer, and that's because I have these tabs or these items organized by the way that they function, their group. Format Painter is a very useful thing to have because you can copy formatting from one part of a document and paste it into another. And as this series progresses, I'll show you how to use lots and lots of these different features in Word that I have at the top of my toolbar. So these are the things that I use on a regular basis. And I set this up by going into the File tab, and then we're going to go down here all the way down to Options. And this is our Options menu. In Options, we're going to click first on Customize Ribbon. If you like the ribbon, there's nothing wrong with that. I just happen not to. I like to have a very streamlined approach to my interface. In this part of the Options menu, you can select and deselect different ribbon tabs to have displayed and also customize what's on the ribbon itself. Most people don't need all of the different things that are on the ribbon. And that's why I have just a quick access toolbar, which, as you can see, only takes up a third of my screen real estate. Even on my work computer, which has a 16:9 monitor, the same toolbar, which I copied over, takes up less than half of the page real estate along the top. So now if we go into my quick access toolbar, here's what we see. These are different commands. The default selection is popular commands. With popular commands, these are all the different groups of commands that you can pick. So if you know that you're going to pick a bunch of things from the Home tab or the Draw tab, you can go straight to those, and then this is everything from the Home tab on the ribbon. Okay, let's go back to popular commands. Now here we have what's going to be in our ribbon. If you want to create a ribbon that will apply to all of your documents, you want to click All Documents. Or if you're creating a special type of document, say a blog post or an annual letter, and you only want to have access to a few things, or if you're creating a document to send to someone else to edit, you could create a ribbon that will minimize the number of things they can do to mess it up. So here you can see my different ribbon items. The save, print preview, tabs, margins, separator, and so on. So the top item here corresponds with the left item over here. And as you drag and drop things from the left into the right and place them, they're going to appear in the toolbar. So let's see what that looks like. I'm going to go into all commands. Whenever I create a ribbon for myself, which I used to have to do frequently before these could be exported, and every time I'd get a new computer at work, it was very frustrating. I'd have to rebuild the ribbon from scratch. So I would go into all commands, and then I'd start looking through the ones that I want. Let's say I want 3D color that that font color and text highlight color just aren't enough for me anymore. I want to add 3D color, and I know that I want it to be after the highlight color. I've got 3D color selected, text highlight, add, and you can see that it puts it right there. Oh, but you know what? I don't really like the idea of having it right next to the text highlight color. I could get confused by that. Let's move it down past symbols. I'm not going to use it all that often. You can use these 2 arrow buttons to rearrange things to get them exactly where you want them, or if you accidentally put them in the wrong spot. You cannot drag and drop. That separator, that's not really a wall. We can just move something down to the other side of it. Oh, you know what? 3D color, that does kind of look a little bit cheesy. We're not going to need that after all. In all commands, let's say, for instance, that you have an idea of what command you're looking for. And I don't remember the exact name, but I know it begins with the letter F. If I type the letter F, it will take me down to the first entry for F, which would be feedback in this case. And then you can scroll through and find exactly what you want. So if you know that you want font color or font formatting or something like that, you can just hit the letter F and it will take you there. All right, but actually I need something in the R menu. You can do that too. And if you keep hitting R, it will keep scrolling down through the items every time you click R to get to where you want to be. So you've gone through. Oh, and one last thing before we get any further. At the very top is your separator. So if you want to put one of those little bars into your toolbar so that you can separate things for easy sorting, this is where you get it. When I used to create custom toolbars for myself, every time I'd have to rebuild a toolbar back in the day before they could be exported, I would just add a bunch of these at the end, and then I would just drag and drop them as I went to, or not drag and drop, but click them up as I went to put them in the place where I wanted them to be. Okay. So all commands is literally everything that you can put into your toolbar. There are things in here I don't understand the function of. It's unbelievable how much stuff there is in Word. I didn't really appreciate how powerful this program was until I started building my own custom toolbars. So if you're just writing things like homework assignments, for instance, you can have a very stripped down toolbar that's just what I have up here in fonts. Format Painter, font type, face, size, color, paragraph markers, and so on and so forth. Now, the next thing that you want to do before you click Save, which, by the way, I'm not going to do because I don't want to mess up my nice and very well organized toolbar, make sure to click Show Quick Access Toolbar below the ribbon. That way, when you have the ribbon pinned, you will still see the Quick Access Toolbar. You can see it above, but the point of the Quick Access Toolbar is you can just take your mouse right off of the page that you're working on and go right up to the item that you want to work on. So you can also reset your toolbar or import it or export it. So if you or a friend have a really, really great toolbar that you like using, you can click Export and send it off to your buddy, and then you guys can work together on the same document, especially helpful if you're working on a group project, or just share your toolbar setup without them having to rebuild it themselves. I'm going to click Cancel, but you want to click OK when you set up your toolbar how you like it. I'm clicking Cancel just so I don't save any of those changes. And then once you click OK, you'll have your Quick Access Toolbar. If we click View, I'm going to pin the ribbon, and now you can see what the Quick Access Toolbar will look like underneath the ribbon if you use the ribbon view. So these are not things you have to use one or the other. You can use the ribbon and the Quick Access Toolbar and in concert and have them work together very well if you want to do that. Now we're going to click on Customize Quick Access Toolbar. Once we've got a Quick Access Toolbar set up and visible, we can now customize it easily. More commands brings up that window we were just at. So once you have the Quick Access Toolbar created, you don't have to go through File and Options just to edit it every time you have an idea about something you'd like in it. Okay, but looking at the Insert ribbon right here, I really want to be able to do equations. If I grab this, can I drag it? No, you can't, unfortunately. You can look at it and say, insert an equation with Alt plus equals. Is that what it's called, really? Let's find out. So we're going to go down here and we're going to try to find this equation right here, the equation command. All commands, there we go. So let's start with insert, because that was the name of it. So it should be somewhere like insert an equation. But it is not. Interesting. So sometimes you have to look for these things just a little bit. I'm searching in E so we can look for an equation. Insert an equation. This is the one that we wanted, right? Or maybe it's equation options. No, I'm pretty sure it's this one. So when you find something in the ribbon that you like, even though you can't drag and drop it into your toolbar, you can use the name of it and the symbol that it has in the ribbon to help you find and identify it in the toolbar setup menu so that you can put it into your custom toolbar. That is how you create, manage, and use custom toolbars so that you can streamline your writing process and eliminate all of the functions that you don't need from your immediate field of view and just focus on the ones that you do need, because those are the ones that are going to help you do the best writing you can by having a good and tidy interface. Thank you everyone for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.